This video is going to be a talk about how to overcome anxiety and step into a new version of yourself which is underneath. We're going to be talking about limitations and how to overcome them, but also just a time to slow down, experience the sights and sounds, listen to the birds, give ourselves time to slow down, come back to ourselves. But first I just want to start by reading you something. Your death will come on an ordinary day in the middle of unfinished plans, and the world will continue without you. I just thought that was really nice. And I've made a few notes of things I wanted to discuss with you. These are things, the most important points that I feel to address today are the messages that I get most often. I put up videos about acceptance and overcoming anxiety, and people will message me questions such as, how do I actually implement this? So we're going to talk about it today. The first topic I want to talk about is the fact that you are not broken. It's so easy to go into a journey of overcoming limitations and stepping into your highest potential. All of these words that people use, and we label ourselves as there's something to fix. And already there is a massive problem, because when you're saying to yourself that there is an issue to fix, you are rooting that deeper into your physiology with whichever practice you choose, whether it's yoga, whether it's meditation, whether it's mindfulness, whether it's journaling, whatever it is. If it's approached from the lens of I am broken, the battle has already been lost, because then it's deeper into your being, into your mind, into your body, into your subconscious. So how do we move through that? Because it's easy for me to say you are not broken, but it's understanding that you're never broken. You never were, you never have been. You always are free underneath all of the pain or all of the discomfort or all of the suffering that you're going through now. You are free. And how do we get there? It's through teaching ourselves small moments of felt safety. We can understand something. We can cognitively understand a pattern. I am feeling this way because of this. But if we don't feel like it resonates within the body, it won't land. Because if we're dealing with life from such a heightened state of nervous system arousal that we don't believe that anything we do will fix us, if we believe we're broken, if we believe there's something wrong with us, we need to change that narrative. Understand that underneath that is the free, limitless self, and there's many practices that you can use to do that. Cognitive reframing and meditations, guided meditations, taking you between pain and safety, re-entering more pain, allowing yourself to return to safety safely, letting it land in the body, creating new memories of past hurt. So when we think about the thing that is affecting us in the present moment, it doesn't have that visceral reaction. But it's so important to start telling yourself that I am not broken. There is nothing wrong with me. There's a physical adaptation that has happened, and it's there to protect me. Whether it's a racing heart, tight chest, these are all neutral experiences until we label them, until we mentally give them any weight. I always use the analogy, and one of my clients picked up on this recently. I said, can you find, because his the thing that he didn't want to experience was in the chest and in the stomach, and butterflies and contractions. And I said, can you find any evidence for that exact sensation in a completely different situation that is positive for you? And he immediately came up with, he felt those exact same sensations a couple of days before when he went on a first date. It was that same sensation, exact. But it's the mental labeling that starts the spiral, that creates the problem. When we understand that we can define the meaning, it doesn't mean that overcoming anxiety means that you won't have these sensations, these feelings, these thoughts. But it's understanding that we have the power to create the narrative, to understand that we are safe in our own body, no matter what's going on. Heart's beating quickly, it's pumping blood around your body, it's keeping you safe. Stomach drops. Your stomach's there to digest your food, to keep you alive. What a wonderful thing it does. Sweaty hands, whatever it may be. You don't like that sensation. When you're laying on the beach having a wonderful time, it's exactly the same. It's changing how we see these things, changing the labeling around them. The next thing I wanted to discuss with you, what you're stuck in is a pattern, not your identity. It's easy to think that we are an anxious person, that's who we are, it becomes our personality. We may say things like, I can't go there, there's too many people, or I don't want to do that, it will make me feel uncomfortable. To close friends, we may come up with all sorts of excuses. We may say, and there's nothing wrong, when I say excuses, there's nothing wrong with saying these things, it's how we feel in the moment. We may say to people that we have anxiety, therefore we can't do a certain thing. But we don't have anxiety, we have a pattern that our nervous system has learned through our upbringing, through no fault of our own, through peers, parents, schooling, religion, whatever it may be. But it's brought you to where you are now, and that's okay. It's a nervous system that is keeping you safe because you're here now, listening to this video. So it's done its job, but I always use the analogy, it's like a smoke alarm that's going off when you've just lit a match inside the house, rather than your whole house being on fire. It's overactive, but it's a protective pattern, and it's natural, it's okay. And it goes back to the sensations. When we just listen to them, understand them, we don't try and remove them from our existence. Because I'm sure you will have had small moments that have come up in your life that you've ignored. Maybe you're feeling extra tired, maybe you're feeling extra stressed, and you think, oh, I won't deal with this today. Our body, our physiology is so clever. These things will come back into our life and present themselves in a way that grabs our attention, whether that's IBS, migraines, eczema, congestion, problems with the eyesight, whatever it may be. It will find a way to show us if we don't listen to what it's trying to tell us, if we don't allow it to be there, if we don't process what our body is trying to show us. And that moves nicely on to the next point, which is acceptance. And this isn't just saying it's okay mentally and then trying to force unwanted experiences out of your life. This is having the power to say, these experiences don't define me. I can label them. I can define what they mean to me. Because when you accept, fear loses its grip, loses its power completely. You can close your eyes. You can say, what more have you got? You can say, I see you, I feel you, I hear you, I'm listening to you. But you don't define who I am. I have the power. And as soon as you don't fear the thing in the future and you live in the present, in this moment, in this reality, the only time that actually ever exists, it loses its grip, its hold over your life. Because we can only exist in the now. When we think about the past, it's happening now. When we think about the future, it's an image in our head, but it's happening now. So we only ever have this single moment to live in. So let's make it a happy one. And that leads me on to the next point, which is surrender. Not only accept, but surrender. You're having a sensation, it's okay. Ask your body, what's it there to teach me? What's it there to show me? Thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping me alive. Heart beating, thank you. What are you here to show me? Tight chest, thank you. Stomach drops, thank you. I hear you. What are you here to show me? Is there something that you're not listening to in your body? Because I bet there will be. And when you slow down enough to listen to what it is, it's powerful, because we spend so much of our times racing through our life. We don't sit, we don't question. We don't understand what's fully going on. We've got the blinkers on, we're driving the car, when we arrive there, we forget how we've got there. And that goes with all experiences in life. You go to make a coffee. You don't experience making the coffee, you don't take pleasure. in grinding the beans, smelling the aromas of the beans, smelling the coffee as it brews, sitting, enjoying your coffee. No, you press a button on the machine, go and have a shower, grab your coffee as soon as it's done, knock it back, off to work. And I know we've got busy lives. Everyone has busy lives. We all have busy lives. But we can enjoy these small moments, even if it means getting up 30 seconds earlier, 40 seconds earlier. We can appreciate what we're doing in the moment, in the reality that we have, in the only moment that ever exists. And when we start enjoying everything that we do, everything changes. No matter what it is, a challenge, a task that you usually find monotonous or menial, or you don't normally enjoy it, put your full attention in it, experience it, listen to the sounds around you while you're doing it. It says washing the car, you've been putting it off for 3 weeks. Immerse yourself in that. What does the sponge feel like in your hand? What does the soap feel like as you're gliding it over your car? Immerse yourself in the experience that you're doing, and it will bring you joy. It sounds funny, and you may be thinking I'm talking a load of nonsense, but trust me, try it. It's really powerful. Find enjoyment in these small moments, and big moments in your life will begin to have more meaning, and you'll be able to land there. You'll be able to feel like you're actually present in the moment that you want to experience what you're experiencing. Because so often we only experience things in retrospect. We look through pictures on our phone, or we think about them in our minds. But when we think about it, we realize that actually in that moment we weren't fully present. We were thinking about the next thing, what we're having for lunch. Oh, I didn't text that person back. Oh, I hope I got good exam results. Oh, I hope the job interview is going to go well next week. But when you're fully present, listening to the sounds, smelling the smells, experiencing life in all its beauty. And I know it's easy for me to say, well, I'm here in wonderful surroundings in the countryside, but this can be done anywhere, in the cubicle at your office, at your desk at work, at school, on the bus, on a plane, on the train, wherever you are. You can find moments of beauty, moments of enjoyment. It's so easy to get annoyed when things don't go our way. And we beat ourselves up or get angry. Maybe you miss a train or you miss a flight. You're furious, annoyed at yourself, annoyed at the train driver for going slowly, annoyed at everything. But actually, if you'd have had that 2 hours to sit around midweek when you're hard at work, you'd have relished in that. You'd have loved that 2 hours just to sit by yourself, have a book, read a book and wait until the next train. It's all about reframing experiences. Moving on to the next point. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. This becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you tell yourself I'm broken and I cannot be fixed, what do you think will happen? You will not be fixed. Not that there's anything to fix in the first place. But you won't see the free version of you that's already there. If you say to yourself, I can't do it, of course you won't be able to do it. You've already rooted that into your physiology, into your subconscious, into your mind. And your brain will look to provide you evidence with what you've told it, to prove for your ego to prove that it's right. So of course you can't. And this isn't about saying things that are untrue. This is about providing yourself small amounts of evidence, small amounts of safety, which slowly make you believe that change is possible, because I'm telling you it is. If you've been experiencing anxiety, depression, self-doubt, dissociation, stress, unwanted mental activity that feels like it won't switch off, whatever it may be, I promise you, you can move through it. You're powerful, you're incredible, you're limitless. You're here now, breathing, converting food into energy. Think about the wonder of that for just one moment. The food you eat becomes your body. And we're worried about minor things in our lives. I know at the time they feel like they're all-encompassing, overwhelming. You can't step through them. You've got the blinkers on. In a couple of months' time, you'll look back on that and think, how strong am I? I've made it through that. That was nothing. I didn't think I was going to get out of that. Looking back on it, I realize how strong I am. I've stepped through that because I'm powerful, because I have the ability to do that, because I'm a human, because I'm here living, breathing, talking, experiencing, able to love, able to connect. This is all incredible and powerful. Sometimes it just takes a little zooming out from our lives to realize that the problems we think are so overwhelming are actually extremely insignificant. And in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, we'll look back and we'll laugh and we'll smile and we'll joke. And we'll realize how free we are now. So when you're talking to yourself, always know, I can do this. I can do this. When you say you can't, of course you can't. You've already told yourself you can't. That will come true. Next point, and the final point to talk about, not living in fear. We touched on this a little bit when talking about acceptance, but a lot of these conditions or manifestations or experiences that we have come back to fear. The anxiety, the stress, the worry about the future, the worry about what we've done in the past. It's all based in fear. And fear will grab onto anything it can to take hold. And your ego will try and keep you in a miserable, predictable, rather than a free unknown, because it's how it thinks it can keep you safe. And it's done its job. We're still here now having this conversation. But fear will get its roots into everything. And when you allow yourself to take a small step back from the fear, from the overwhelm, and understand that you're not defined by the thoughts, the fearful thoughts that come into your mind. You don't have to latch onto them and make them your existence, make them your personality, make them who you are and how you feel. You have the ability to take a small step back and understand that that thought doesn't define you. It can come and go like a wave, like a cloud on the sky. And when you realize that what you're fearful of doesn't control how you feel in any moment, the fear has no power. How can something that you are not afraid of have any control over your life? Just think about that for a moment. If you no longer fear it now in this moment, it can't control you. Just ask yourself, what's holding you back from the free version of yourself, the free version of who you are? What's holding you back? You might come up with things like, I feel overwhelmed, I feel stressed, I feel anxious, I feel afraid. But then question empowering beliefs that you know about yourself. You strong? Have you overcome everything that's been in your way so far? You've got evidence to prove how powerful you are. You've got moments of freedom that you can think back to. And if you don't, that's okay, they'll come. You can always question these things. And when we really question them, properly question them, we'll always see that our empowering beliefs are more true to who we are than our limiting beliefs. Our limiting beliefs have the ability to fade away, because deep down our true nature is free, abundant, limitless. creative, joyful, loving, connected. And what's telling you that you're anything otherwise is an illusion. It's a neural connection that's been growing stronger and stronger for 10, 20, 30 years. It's a pattern. It's been programmed into you. You can create it. You can dissolve it. You can create it. You can dissolve it. And I see it happen every day. All it takes is understanding that you are not broken. You're free. And you can teach your body to listen to your mind. You have the power to overcome any obstacle that's in your way, big or small. However much it feels like it's got a stranglehold over your life, it does not. What a lovely butterfly. I'll leave you with this. You have the power. Just repeat mentally, I can overcome anything because I am strong. I'm powerful. I'm loved. I'm enough. I'm amazing. Because you are. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, or just having a conversation, expanding on what we've talked about here, I'll leave a link down below. I'm also running a 12-week challenge to overcome anxiety. I'll be running these periodically 3 times a year, so whenever you're watching this, check the links out below. Maybe you could join. Find freedom together. Love you.